Yeah, and it sounds like you wanted to have kids, and that's something that's important to you, which is great. Yeah, so, and you knew right away that you wanted to keep the child?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's good. Do you have any friends around, or just kind of all?
I have some friends that I hang out with occasionally. A lot of them think that I should have given up the baby too and stayed with my boyfriend because he was supporting me. And I think I was stupid for letting him kick me out just because I wanted to keep the baby.
Okay.
But I also have some friends that are being supportive. They just can't really help me.
Okay.
They don't have the finances or the time.
Okay. How does that make you feel when your friends don't support your choices?
Well, it makes me feel like they're not really my friends if they're not respecting my decision. Because I feel like if they made a decision that I didn't agree with, I would still respect it and help them if they needed it, and they're not returning that.
Okay. All right. There's also Bridget Collins, which helps with children and all that stuff, and they do some parenting classes too, which that might interest you. Maybe not right now, but at least when you get closer to having the baby and stuff. And you might be able to meet other women in the same position as you, and maybe you guys could support each other, and that would be a good source of support for you guys. I think that would be good. So do you eventually hope, well, I guess you already said that you kind of are going to at least talk to your boyfriend later on about things.
Yeah.
Do you think that you would really want him as part of the baby's life if he's okay with that?
If he's okay with it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't want to be a part of the baby's life, then I don't. If he doesn't want to, then I don't want him to be, because I don't think it would be good for the baby. I don't know what he would say to it or anything like that.
Okay.
So I would want whatever's best for the baby.
Okay. And if he doesn't want to have anything to do with it, do you know how would you tell your child about him, or would you not? Like, what are you feeling about that?
I don't know, because if he doesn't want to be a part of the child's life, then I know that the kid is going to have questions about their father and like where he is and why he's not a part of their life, and I don't want to lie, but I don't want the kid to eventually go seeking him on their own if he really doesn't want anything to do with it. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know what to do about that quite yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's something that you don't have to deal with immediately, but probably something still that you're thinking about. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other issues you want to talk about? Is there
Let me think.
How did you feel when your boyfriend kicked you out?
I felt betrayed, I guess, or abandoned, because, he always said that he would love me, and no matter what, and I always thought that he would support me, even if something like this happened, that he would understand, and I didn't know that he would react that way, especially so quickly, because I didn't tell him for a while. And then I felt like it was time for me to tell him, because it got to the point where it would it would be to the point where I had to make a decision on if I was going to keep the baby or not.
Mhm.
And I knew that I wanted to, but I felt like he had a right to know before the time came where I couldn't get an abortion anymore. So I told him, and he got really upset. And I don't know, I just like, he knew that I didn't have anywhere to go, and he knew that I would have problems finding places to stay, but he didn't really seem to care. And I don't know if he's tried to like contact me or anything, because like he doesn't know where I've been, so.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone over there.
How long have you been out of the?
About a week.
Okay. Yeah, that must have been really hard to tell him about being pregnant. Sounds like that was a struggle for you. Have you guys talked about having a baby at all before this happened?
Yeah, a little bit, but he wanted to wait until we were ready, but I didn't know when that would be. I mean, we've been dating for 2 years, and we've known each other for longer than that, and he knows that I wanted to like eventually have kids, but I know that he didn't want, like, I know that he was thinking about maybe having kids later, but he didn't. I know he didn't want to have any right now, because at this point in his life he wasn't ready to.
Okay. So it was kind of, he wasn't ready, and you maybe weren't quite as ready, but it happened, so now you have to be ready.
Yeah. So I know that I can do it, because I have a lot of experience with kids, and and I know that I want it enough that I'll be a good mom, but I want him to be involved, but like I said, if he doesn't want to be, then I want whatever is best for the kid.
Yeah. What kinds of experiences do you have working with kids?
I started babysitting when I was really young, when I was about 11. And I was babysitting 2 boys. They were 2 and 6 months old. So, and I have experience with babies younger than that, like just a couple months old.
Okay.
And then I've babysat kids that are all the way up to like 12.
Well, that's great. Yeah. That should maybe give you a little bit of confidence in having a baby.
And I know what to do, so.
Yeah. That's good.
I know it's going to be a struggle to afford everything. So, because it's diapers and bottles and clothes.
Yeah. So many little things for a little baby.